start, obviously when you're already very good, this becomes very boring and pretty much impossible to keep learning that way. Duolingo kind of does this too, right? With the new speech functions, etc.
Yes.
You can say sentences and it will tell you if you're doing it all right. What are the cons?
It's limited.
Very limited.
Yeah.
Yes. What if I did this with 15 sentences? How many would you remember?
Only two.
Yeah, if you're lucky, two completely. Maybe words and bits and pieces of others, but it's fair because we're not hardwired to remember things this way.
Yeah.
So this was great for the purpose it had. You know, you would drop behind enemy lines and you knew a few sentences in German or a few sentences in French or Dutch, whatever language you needed, so you could probably get by. But nobody learns to be fluent in a language using this particular method. Other cons, you said it was boring. Is that a con? Is that important?
It is.
Absolutely, yeah. If the learning is boring, people are not learning, especially with younger students, of course. So you can push an adult through a class like this, perhaps, if they knew that if they didn't know these languages, they were going to die. But try and do this with a bunch of 8-year-olds. Not going to work out. Does it still have a purpose in today's classes?
Well, to pronunciation.
Yeah, to correct pronunciation or to improve pronunciation. It's totally useful if you have the feeling, okay, we're all mispronouncing certain sounds or certain sentences or how we connect words. You can demonstrate this. So it still serves a purpose, but it's super limited and super boring. Now, if you look back at the ways that you've been taught languages, were you getting exposed to any of these constructs, the first one or the second one? How we taught Twi or how I taught Dutch? Have you been exposed to that kind of language learning?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Was it effective?
No.
No. That's the problem for a long time with language learning. It just has not been effective in the long run. So how can we make it effective? Now, a lot of things happen. These are not the only two methods, but basically everything that happened after that was derived from these two methods. Like we had the silent method, so people would say nothing but just a target language, but you'd still do audiolingual. But the vast majority was still based on grammar translation, right? Learning the grammar, and people so basically believed if you learn the grammar, you learn the language, which is why we have a lot of students who are completely focused on being grammatically perfect, while they can't really use the language at all. Now, why is grammar not